Welcome to the Chop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Darkchild.
I'm your host, Twins Inc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up.
Hey, welcome back. Today we're joined by our special guest star,
Nedge Designs and Crafts.
The same person who makes the shirts that we're wearing today.
Please
I got a t-shirt on, and he got the hoodie on over there.
They are available for order.
Absolutely.
So, the topic that we have today is another... It's funny now. Maybe at the time of these stories, but to tell you, it wasn't funny. But at this moment, we got some fun stories to tell you. And as you see the topic, it says, I should be dead. I'm going to start off with the first one, okay? All right. So, I'm blessed. First off, I want to say rest in peace, Kobe Bryant and his family and all the victims lost in that helicopter crash, okay? So, there's nothing that a shot at them or nothing like that. It's just, I should be dead, to be honest with you. It's the story I'm going to tell you. I should not be here. So I'm blessed to be here. So I'm going to give you the first story that I shouldn't be here. And this one, I have three good stories. I'm going to give you the first one here. The first one I'm going to give you is going to be my dirt bike chump. So, growing up, Poe. Yes, Poe. Also, Poe, I couldn't afford the R, so Poe, okay? So, my parents was able and to bless me and my brother with little bicycles, BMX bikes, you know what I'm saying? Now, of course, growing up in the early 90s, you know what I'm saying, dirt bike, you think you like Tony Hawk, you know what I'm saying, like Daredevil stuff, right? So, this neighborhood I lived at, we didn't have much there. We had a basketball court, and that was it. Now, they were eventually building a playground there, right? So the hoop court was still there, right? But on the right side of the hoop court, it was nothing but maybe like 50 yards of grass. But they started digging it up and because we're going to build stuff. So on this rainy day, remember this, rainy day, that's the key part, rainy day. So on this rainy day, I'm outside with my fellows. We got our bikes, being kids. Kids can't do that these days because sex trafficking and all crazy stuff going on in the world. But back then, we had no worries, right? We gone all day. No cell phone, no page, no nothing. We was gone all day. So long story short, I had my bicycle. We riding around having fun. And because they was doing construction work next to the basketball court, they had little dirt mounds or dirt piles. Now they weren't little, but they was pretty cool, right?
See where this is going.
Yeah.
So, just being, today I had my Superman juice that day. Remember Superman, because that's another story. But I had my Superman juice going on that day where I was feeling undestructible. I was feeling mighty, whatever you want to call it. And for some reason, I'm like, you know what? I want to jump off one of these dirt mounds, Now, let me give you a diagram of the hill, okay? So, right here is the hill going down, right? And it goes flat, then down again, and then the dirt mounds, right? So, for some reason, I don't know what I was thinking.
Hold up. How old were you?
Oh, I was probably around this time, maybe 10,
Okay.
10, 12, somewhere in that age frame. It was early 90s, late. I was in my teens. I remember that. Yeah. Maybe 15, 16, maybe. I don't know. So in that range.
Wait,
but
were
anyway.
you 10 or were you 15, 16?
Yeah, I'm
That's
confused.
like a big jump.
I know it's a big jump, right? It's somewhere in that age, I can't remember.
Let's go with 13. We'll split the difference.
Yeah, let's go 13.
Okay, go 13. Now, mind you, the other story I'm going to tell you.
I was trying to see where his mind was at that time.
I know, right?
I was
sounds
a teenager.
worse
But
now.
listen. Now, the other story I'm going to tell you, I do remember the age. But this one, somewhere is gray area, okay? So long story short, I went up to the top of the hill, and I went down the hill fast. And I was like, yeah. And I went down one hill fast. I was pedaling really hard. Went down the hill again. Got to the dirt mound. I hit the mud, the little mud pile, and hit the air, and I closed my eyes. Yes, people. I went maybe like 15 miles per hour down the hill, hit this big dirt pound, whatever you want to call it, And once I hit it, and I went up in the air, I just closed my eyes. Now, mind you, I woke up.
Wait.
Woke up.
I woke up. I told you. Remember, I should be dead. I woke up. Now, like I said earlier, people, it was muddy. So, with being said, I woke up in a pile of mud. Now, my bike was over there and I was over here, but I was covered in mud from head to toes. But wait, it gets better. Now, my friends went up to me like, "Oh, wow, Twin Zig, man, you was in the air, you was good, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." First thing I came in my head, like, my dad's gonna kill me. Now, mind you, I should be dead because after you hit the mud, the little hill, there's another hill. There's another hill that goes down to the apartment to the houses. I live in the projects, whatever. So, long story short, I hit it and woke up. Mud covered me head to toe. So, instead of being blessed that I'm alive, I'm like, I'm about to die. So, I went home and I opened the door. Now, I had a screen door. So, I had a screen door. And I sat there for a moment before I knocked on the door because I knew it was waiting for me on the other side of the door. And I opened the door. And my dad saw me. He turned my butt up. Long story short, because I came home muddy. Because the first thing he said to me is, go outside, play. Don't come back in the house muddy. What did I do? I come home muddy. I mean, from head to toe. Muddy. But it was funny because my dad's like, man, boy, I saw the door open. And I sat there like, what is going on? And so I knew something was going on because you sat there for like about a good minute. Now, for a kid, a minute's a long time at the door, especially when you're about to get beat once you go in the door. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to, I had no lie. I had nothing to do. I couldn't clean myself out. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to die. But that's my first story. So, and also, I did not wear a helmet. I didn't have no helmet. I didn't have no knee pad, elbow pads. Yeah, we were just, I was poor. So we couldn't afford that. I barely got a bike. And I think the bike was a hand-me-down. But anyway, so kids, I don't know if y'all still do this stuff now, but if y'all do decide to ride a bike, and if you want to go over a hill and hit the dirt, don't do it.
Especially your actions.
Yeah, unless you had some training behind it, which I didn't. I saw some. It wasn't on YouTube video because we didn't have YouTube back then. It was just BMX shows with Tony Hawk or whoever it was at that time. So that's it for my first story. The second two get better. Who's next?
All right. I'm now. This one doesn't involve me being alive. It involves my cousin being alive, or my cousin's cousin. Country folks be related in weird ways. But either way, so picture this, and we were 11. Just
okay, shots.
But so we was over my cousin's house. Let's call him Marcus. Got to keep track of people's names.
Okay.
So anyway, we over my cousin Marcus' house, right? Mm-hmm. And it's me. It's a couple other people in the house, but in the backyard, it's me, Marcus, and my cousin Booney. Go with that one, right? It's a girl. We get the gasoline out the lawnmower, and we are putting the gasoline in a saucepan or something and setting it on fire.
Wait. Gasoline, and you doing what with it?
Setting it on fire. We playing with fire.
I know, but you did what to
it? We got it from the gas can for the lawnmower.
Yeah.
We poured it over in the saucepan and then we set it on fire. So it's blowing up.
Outside?
Yeah. In the backyard. It gets okay. No, it's gonna make no sense in a minute.
Your story.
So we playing with the fire, and we get this bright idea when it won't go out immediately to throw dirt on it to smother it out, because that's what they taught you in school, right? Dirt will smother out fire, and it does. So we threw dirt on it, and it went out.
Okay.
So we put some more gas on it and set it on fire again. And we do this 3 or 4 times, right? So we got a saucepan full of dirt that has been soaking up gasoline.
Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Now this is where it gets crazy. So now, at one point, we put some more gas on it, and we throw dirt on top of it, and it's not going out. So now we got a big pan of burning dirt that won't go out. This is where it gets stupid. So one of us gets the bright idea. What's the other bright idea? Well, you have to smother the fire. So we turn the pan over on the ground.
Oh.
And we wait for it to smother out the fire. And after that, we wait maybe, a minute is a long time for a kid, because I would have thought it was like 5 or 10 minutes, but it could have just been like 6 seconds for all I know, right? We surround the pan, and one of us, I can't remember which one, tilted the pan to the side.
Backdraft.
A fireball came out of the pan, and it caught Booney on fire.
Oh,
So her arm is on fire, and we screaming, oh my god, and she fell down on the ground, and she started rolling around because stop, drop, and roll.
Right?
That junk never works. It doesn't really work. And I swear to God, I'm over there throwing dirt on her from the pile, not the burning dirt. No, not the burning dirt. Not the burning dirt, but it was other dirt. And I'm throwing dirt on her, and Mark like, I gotta pee. I'm gonna pee on her. I'm like, man, don't pee on her. So, and all of this might have happened in maybe 30 seconds. It wasn't a long time. So she didn't catch, her shirt wasn't really on fire. It was a few burn sparks, but you couldn't really tell nothing happened. So we all breathing hard after the fire go out. Okay.
Wait. So did he not, or did he do pee on her?
He did pee on her, but it was for a good reason.
No.
So with that being said, this is pre R. Kelly.
Listen, if somebody caught on fire in front of me, I'd pee on them too. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pull an R. Kelly.
Wait, did it work?
Yeah, she went out. But now that's not the bad part, though. See, it gets worse because we as kids at 10, 11 years old don't understand one thing.
Okay.
It's called first, second, and third degree burns. Okay. So we all panicking and everything.
Right.
Cool. We run in the house. She changed her clothes and everything. We scared, but we think it's okay. We think we got away with it. Her mama called Marcus' mama, because guess what happens when you first get a first degree burn? You don't really know you burn. And then the blisters show up.
Oh.
And then we had to explain what happened.
So wait. Can we what happened to the fire under the pan?
They left it.
I mean, it went out. At this point, my memory, it was a lesser issue. I don't know what they
Yeah, the big issue was a friend caught on fire, and then it peeled to put the fire out. That's the big issue right there.
What happened? You're the first person who ever heard the story to ask about what happened to the other dirt. Nobody.
Right, nobody.
I mean, we could have burned down that whole backyard for all I know, but yeah, I know I was throwing dirt and Marcus peed on her, but the fire went out. Okay, it went out, and then the blisters show up in the hospital. So I mean, I remember specifically my mama pretty much factory reset my ass.
Mm-hmm. Factory reset. I mean, she deleted all that bad stuff out of me.
Took a few swings of a belt, but I woke up a better person.
Keyword, woke up. That's the thing. That's the thing with these messages today.
We pretty much, I mean, to see the fight, even now when I close my eyes, that burst of flame that hit her, the scariest and awesomest day of my life.
So you seen the movie Backdraft, or you can relate to that?
Yes. When they opened that door, boom, and I was like, yeah, I knew that. I was on the couch the first time I seen, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that right there. I knew that was gonna happen right there. They don't even know what they doing.
Okay, is that?
So that was my first story. I didn't almost die, but we did set my cousin on fire. And peed and threw dirt on him.
Listen, yeah, you could have died there because your mom could really. She could have just factory reset.
That's all I'm gonna call it. When you get a whooping like that,
she did a soft reset. It should have been a factory.
Whoa, soft. I don't remember that being soft. I mean, that was a pretty impactful reset right there.
Okay.
But that's my first story. I'm gonna go with that one.
What you got?
You wanna
Miss
run?
Ned's
Wow.
Designs and Crafts.
I mean, mine is just nothing compared to yours. I didn't have anything to do with it either. I was just, I was a baby.
So, how many months were you then?
Wait, I was a teenager. No, I'm just playing.
Shots fired.
I'm not even sure. I was probably a few months old. Definitely younger than one. And my sister was probably about 7. Sweetness.
Sweetness. Oh, the ones on the show before.
Yes.
Okay.
I have good memories of sweetness. Mm-hmm. I do. Mm-hmm.
And my mom it was 2-story house, so upstairs, downstairs. My mom was sitting at the bottom of the stairs on the phone with my aunt.
Okay.
And I was upstairs sleeping. I guess I woke up, started crying. So before my mom could tell her, leave the baby alone, she grabs me and comes to the top of the stairs. So my mom was like, okay, take your time and come downstairs. She didn't even get to the second step and lost her footing. Instead of holding me while going down, she opens her arms and I start to fly. There was a window at the bottom of the steps, so I was going straight for that window. Luckily, my mom grabbed me by one arm and caught me before I hit.
Your mama pulled a Wonder Woman. your mama said, "Do, I'ma save you."
And up to this day, she's like, I don't even know how I did it.
So, the house or apartment where y'all lived at, was it a second story, 2-story, or was it
It was
just
a house, upstairs, downstairs.
Okay, so if you went out the window, you'd went down a flight, right?
You
Well, the window was on the bottom floor. But yeah, the way the house was, it was still kind of high.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a baby, she could have
I
died.
definitely would have been dead. I would have been dead, like factory reset. But not actually reset.
Yeah, no resetting involved with that one.
See? Well,
I ain't
This-
burn nobody, though. But, okay, carry on.
So kids, hold
you
on.
feel bad.
So
Look,
kids,
my
anybody
next
do
story
not
about
play with
fire,
fire.
too.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, jump in. Just go
You
back
want
this way.
another?
No, I cannot. Go ahead. What's the next story?
Reminiscing about this make me feel bad about some things I've done in my life. Once again, I didn't, because it was 2 different times. I had 2 different firework mishaps. So a couple years ago, I mean like years, less than 6-7 years, we are shooting fireworks out in my apartment complex, right?
Okay.
So we've had a good time. It's the 4th of July, and we put one of them down, and I don't know what happened with this one, but so it's like a 8 or 10 shot thing.
Okay.
A couple went straight up where they were supposed to do, right? Somewhere or another, the thing falls to the side. So it shoots one down the street. It goes up under somebody's car and explodes. So now we screaming. I mean, it was like, oh God, oh God, oh God. We having a fit because the explosion under somebody's car looked like the movies. It's like, oh shit.
The car blew up like.
But that's not the bad part.
Oh.
The bad part is when it shot down the street, it spun it back around towards us. And so,
See, I'm running for your lives now.
no, because we didn't know. We like, oh shit. And then it shot at us. We're like, oh shit. And it go up under my neighbor's car and blow up. So now we really screaming, oh shit. Something, and I swear something, something hit my leg, and I was bleeding. I don't even know what happened. So something hit my leg hard enough to bleed. So we screaming right there. But at the same time, because there was one more shot left, it spun it around again, and now it's aiming directly at us. And my mom is standing right beside me, and we're all out in the parking lot, and one shoots right between myself and my mom, and it goes probably 100 feet down the street and blows up in the middle of the street, but it's well within the tree line. So we we is like traumatized at this point, right? And we like, oh God, everybody okay. And that's all well and fine. Except for the grass in my neighbor's yard is now on fire.
Oh my gosh.
So we and my, what was that? My nephew's husband, my niece's husband. He goes over. He got a bottle of liquor, and
Really?
Yes, and he pours it on, which makes it, dude. It was, dude. The screaming and hollering that night was ridiculous, right? Eventually, I run over and get the water hose from the front of my house. And
What? No pee?
he did. He set it on fire. He tried to pee on it.
With the alcohol
Wait,
pee?
was your cousin there?
No, she wasn't there for that one. But he tried to pee on the fire he had made worse with the liquor. So we finally get that out. Now this part is weird because we are traumatized. It's like probably only about 15 of us out there.
Okay.
I'm like, we're done. But my mom, who almost got killed with a firework not 2 seconds before, is like, we still got half a bag.
Oh, I see where you get the daredevilness
know,
from.
like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't really want to at this point. I mean, the first one was bad. Mm-hmm. Then my neighbor car almost blew up, and we set his grass on fire. And then one almost hit me, but we do got half a bag left. And I mean, what else you gonna do?
That's what y'all do.
So we used it. We set it off.
Okay, but everything went smooth after that.
Yeah, but I just didn't feel good to me no more. At this point, I was just doing it because it was habit.
So did you feel happy afterward when the bag was empty?
No.
Like, ooh, I'm done.
No, that's the kind of night you go in the house and be like, man, I ain't doing this no more. You know how you turn over a new leaf in your life? You be like, I'm not doing it. And I did it again, and there was a worse mishap. See, that's not even the worst time I did it.
Okay. Oh, Lord. All right, so
Notes to self: keep fire away from
Seth.
That's not even the worst time.
All right, is that it?
For that story, yeah.
All right. So my second story. Now, mind you, like I said before, Superman was my strength from the bike jump. So at this time, I was probably
What,
5.
black superhero you could have used? Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic because growing up, I ain't had those black superheroes when I was growing up.
Black Panther. Go ahead. What?
Yeah. But now my second story, I was 5 or 6 because I was in pre-K. Wasn't even first grade yet, pre-K. So I was a big Superman fan. Still like him, but I was big back then. I always wanted to fly. That was my biggest thing, to fly. So I'll never forget this story. I'm in pre-K, and I'm going to school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, called St. Agnes. So my Pittsburgh people, you know what I'm talking about. So at St. Agnes, there's steps, right? Just fly down, just two, to the downstairs for pre-K area. So there's like maybe 10 steps, and then the second is like maybe 20 steps to get downstairs to the ground level. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I saw the steps. I'm like, you know what? I can jump these steps, right? And I looked at it. I'm just eyeing it down like, this is nothing. I can do this. Mind you, I'm 5, 6, pre-K. I'm almost younger than Sean, younger than my son. Like, I can jump these steps. I don't know what I was thinking. And I once again, I got back, got running speed. I don't know what's with me getting my speed and running and jumping. I could just jump, but I ran and jumped and closed my eyes.
Dude, we're going to need you to start looking before you leap.
Keep your eyes open.
During the leap.
Oh, Lord. Okay, yeah. So I closed my eyes and I woke up. And
this dude got concussions. Go ahead, man.
I woke up
Makes
and
sense now.
I woke up and my right leg was broken.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. You said your leg was broken. I laughed. I'm so sorry. Come on, I'm sorry, sir. I'm ready.
That's cool. It's cool. So yeah, woke up. My leg was broken, and when I guess it was like a Catholic church, whatever. I can't remember, but the nuns came like, "What happened?" and I said somebody pushed me.
Was it a black guy?
No, I don't. No, I just said somebody pushed me. I ain't seen anybody. But that wasn't. I guess that was it.
sorry.
But I was still scared that my mom was gonna beat me. I got a broken leg, but I'm just worried about getting beat.
Oh my God.
See, that's the difference between kids growing up back then and now. Because after we almost killed ourselves, we still scared of our parents. I got a broken leg trying to figure out how can I fix this. Like, can we just put a Band-Aid on it? Can we just wrap it up? But yes, yes. So I broke my leg, and it gets worse.
It's worse?
It gets worse.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Let's hear this.
So after the leg was broke, and I got my cast put on and everything, I end up getting chicken pox.
With a cast on? Oh my God.
Could you imagine having an itch on your leg and you can't get to it because you have a cast on your leg?
Oh, that make me
I've
hurt
never had
right
chicken
now.
pox. but I
Oh
can
man, I had
imagine.
yes,
Never.
I got chicken pox, and just to say, when they cracked open up the cast, eventually they found hangers, they found pins, pennies. Oh, come on now, that you never had chicken pox, but have you had?
Yes, I have.
So that
Yes, I
itch
have.
is like I'm damn near
You got
banging on my leg trying to get the itch to stop. It was bad. It was bad. So yes,
Oh my.
that's the end of that story. But I can walk again. Everything's fine. But so young people, I'll tell you this: two takeaways. So one, don't close your eyes.
You are not Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not Superman. But yeah, definitely right. Not Superman. And two, don't close your eyes.
Don't close your eyes. If you're gonna do something that could cost you your life, the least you could do is see it.
Right.
That's it. Just see it.
Hey, but once again, I woke up, so I'm here.
You got another story you want to throw in there?
I mean, my stories are not like yours
Well-
or yours.
Well,
Let's see.
I got two horrible ones left. I mean, not horrible, but which one y'all want? Another fireworks story or when I got hit by a car?
Hit by a car. Because that's the thing. I should be dead.
Worse.
Yeah, how you survive the car? Go ahead.
I don't know how I survived the car. I think it was because I was little. I mean, I was literally.
Little man. That
was-
was a long time ago then, huh?
Oh yeah, listen. I don't know how these kids survive nowadays with all this supervision. Because I was 6. My mom's was at work. I think my older sister was looking after me. But bear in mind,
How old is she?
she's 5 years older than me. So at the time, that would have made her 11.
Mm-hmm.
That's who. Back in the old days, stay your ass in the house. Don't open the door for nobody.
Facts.
And I'll be back when I get home from work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So it's a summer day. My mom's is at work. It's me and both of my sisters in the house. And the rule is do what my oldest sister say and don't go outside. But you have a choice to make in this life. I had $1. Okay?
A
$1.
lot of money
One-
back then, huh?
When you 5 years old, that $1 might well be $1 billion. And I heard something that the moment I said, everybody in here will know exactly the choice I had to make. I heard the ice cream truck.
Hey.
Now, I got $1. The ice cream truck's outside.
Good old days.
And mama said not to leave the house.
Whew.
I'm just saying, who wouldn't have made that decision? Who? I'm just saying.
Yeah, because, I mean, you like, I can get out there, get it, and get back in with no problem.
Never even know.
No, you know.
Not in my daddy's house. You were.
Wait, did y'all have ice cream trucks?
We did have ice cream trucks in New Jersey. Yes, we did.
Thought you was in that room.
That's before we
Oh.
went. There were ice cream trucks out there, but yeah, not in. My father told us do not go outside.
Well, it was the same, Mom. But listen, I'm gonna either even if Mom's whoops me, I'll probably survive because all the other times she threatened to beat me to death, she was just playing. so while it's gonna hurt, she ain't gonna really beat me to death. Trust me. I done pushed a whole bunch of buttons and I ain't never did it. Either way. So anyway,
Ice cream man show up.
I get outside. I go to the ice cream truck. I get the ice cream, and the ice cream truck has a little stop sign on the side.
Yeah.
So all I got to do is get back in the house, and I'm scot-free.
Hey.
I walk in front.
Okay. What did you get?
Oh man, it was probably something like a bomb pop or something.
Ooh.
Just frozen Kool-Aid on the stick, pretty much.
Yeah.
And so I walk in front of the ice cream truck. Just so happened, and I remember this. My friend Taurus's mom ran me over. This day she was in a hurry and she decided to say F that stop sign. So I'm in the middle of the street with my ice cream, and I'm looking at my friend Taurus's mama car. And then when I woke up,
did you close your eyes?
There was a few minutes where I blacked out. I'm not sure between that oh shit moment,
right,
and under the car talking about how did I get here? How did I get here? Bad thought is the doctor told my mom at the time, had I been like 7 or 8, just if my bones would have been a little bit harder, I would have died. But when you 5 or 6, you're a lot more flexible.
Wow.
Than had I been a little bit older, I would have died. But because I was a baby, or like that.
So wait, you really ended up under the car?
Mm-hmm. And once again, if I had been bigger, I should. It's easily, I could have been dead. This is one of those but circumstances and situations. So I'm hurt. I'm under the car. I'm all kind of messed up. I got a broke thigh. I got a broke collarbone.
Oh man!
I didn't just walk away. I got a scar on my shoulder. It's all kind of good stuff. But so when I wake up under the car and now paramedics and ambulance and blah blah blah, and I think I was told that I took it like a trooper because everybody knew you and me in the neighborhood.
Right.
I never cried. That's what they tell me. I never cried. I didn't shed a tear. I took it like a trooper. I got hit. My mom gonna be mad, but otherwise it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I get to now this is the worst part of the whole story.
Gets worse.
So I'm at the hospital. I'm in the emergency room, and I remember my mama coming into the emergency room, right? And the first question out of my mouth was, "Mama, am I in trouble?" My mama looked at me with love in her eyes and fear in her eyes and said, "I'm going to beat your ass the moment we get home." So
at this moment, he realized he messed up.
And that was when I burst out crying. And the doctor, I clearly remember the doctor kicking my mama out of the room because they didn't need me all stressed out at that moment. So, but I, as far as I know, if my uncle would talk to you, I did not cry the whole time until my mama confirmed that I had an ass whooping coming.
Wait for you, boy.
I knew the moment she confirmed it was coming. That was the first time I cried after getting knocked clean the hell out.
So, let me ask you this. So, eventually, once you got home and healed up, did you get one?
No, she gave me a pass on that. But
at that moment, though,
she didn't whoop me for getting hit by a car. But
you got beat for leaving the house.
No, I didn't. No. I mean, pretty much, I stayed in the hospital a month. I figured she probably called it even. It ain't like she didn't avoid whooping me quite a bit more.
Oh, I'm sure.
But for that one thing, the threat was enough. I learned my lesson.
But it goes back to our same people.
Hold on. I have one question.
Oh, go
to
ahead.
you.
Go ahead.
Was it worth it?
No. I didn't get the ice cream.
He probably need to lick it in the nut. He's like, la 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 la, ice cream. Boom.
I know. I hadn't even unwrapped it. I got the ice cream and I was running back across the street like, son of a bitch.
Oh, so once again, you probably did the one thing that I tell my kids do all the time.
What's that?
That's look both ways when crossing the street.
Yeah, he didn't do
that.
Listen,
he assumed the stop sign there with the ice cream truck.
Listen, if it's few things you know in this whole life, you know ice cream truck etiquette. When the ice cream truck stop, that stop sign come out and cars stop.
Like school bus.
Like school buses, right.
You pretty much immortal once you that ice cream truck, you immortal. You like, I'm gonna get this ice cream and I'm gonna saunter across the street. I could have bust a move, but I was gonna quickly get across the street because my oldest sister didn't even know I was at the house. I snuck out the house.
Listen, she probably got beat then.
She probably did.
You didn't watch your brother?
I never asked her if it costed her any.
Somebody ask this: is you and your sister real close? Y'all still close?
I love, yeah.
You should ask, that's a follow-up question.
I'm gonna follow up. Say, did mama whoop you after I got hit by a car? And she gonna be like, yes. Oh no! Once again, my mama said clearly, "Mama, you gonna. I mean, am I in trouble?" She said, "As soon as you get out of here, I'm gonna beat your ass." Those were her words, and that struck terror in me. It was like, I might well die.
Wait, that crazy? We done got ran over. We done jumped off bridge, jumped off stuff. Woke up next day, whatever. And first thing on my mind, my parents gonna kill me. I got a broken leg. You got ran over, but we still worry about our parents.
Hey, you don't know the fear.
Listen, that's the problem with kids these days. They don't know the fear.
We should talk about the whoopings we got on one of these podcasts because I got some stories there.
Oh man,
Mama was brutal
right there. You got another one that's on crash?
Car accident.
Oh,
this was back in 2007.
Okay, before I met you.
Yes, I was living in Tennessee, but I was actually in the process. I was actually in the process of moving back to Atlanta. What? So
A-Town for life.
I had all my stuff packed up in the car, and I think I had like a little Nissan Altima, not the newer style one.
You did say 2007, so I'm sure.
And so I had boxes and all my clothes and my shoes in the back of the car.
Was it already packed up when you moved? You had everything packed up already?
Yeah, it was already packed up because I was going to be driving like back to Atlanta probably in the next couple of days.
That packing reference. Go to the previous video. You know what I'm talking about.
Stupid.
All right, go ahead.
Anyway, so a friend of mine was getting married. But they were getting married in Connecticut, but they lived in Nashville. But she was from Connecticut. Anyway, so they wanted to go and look at. I was in the wedding. I was going to be one of the bridesmaids. So they wanted to go look at like the dresses for us and then the tux for the guys. So it was like 3 different cars that were driving. She was in one with her fiance. Another friend of mine was in front of me, and then I was in the car with the groom's brother. And so we're
all your stuff.
And all my stuff.
Just checking.
Okay.
So,
the plot thickens.
What?
The plot thickens.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're driving, and then there was a little bit of traffic, so it started to slow down. So what happened was the first car, which was the bride and groom's car, when they kind of slowed. The second car, she slowed and pulled a little bit to the left.
Okay.
And then I slowed. I think I pulled to the left, too. There was a van behind me who did not slow at all.
Or turn to the left.
Or turn to the left. So he slammed directly into the back of me, pushed my car into hers.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if her car touched theirs. I don't remember. I don't think so. So my car had front and back damage. Her car had back damage. Mm-hmm. But my car was damaged to the point where my trunk had come all the way up past or up to like my gas tank.
So wow.
Okay. Wow. Wait, with all your stuff in it?
With all my hold on. but that's where the story gets crazy because I couldn't even open the trunk to get my stuff out. I had to open the back seat
and
pull it out. My shoes were bent. Like majority of my stuff in the trunk were like damaged. Wow. But if the stuff wasn't in the trunk, it probably would have. The back of the car would have pushed up further.
Oh, wow. That was cushioning it.
Wow.
So luckily, the only damage not damage, but I think I hit my head on the steering wheel.
That's why you hit messed up.
Shut up. And
explains
my and my arm was hurting. Besides that, walked away with nothing. Now, another thing too, the way the highway was, we were like on an overhead.
Oh, we could have went over.
So you could have went over. Wow.
Yep. Like, and then the guy in the van tried to back up
and pull off.
Luckily, there was a police officer, a police car up ahead.
He's like, what you doing?
So he was on like prescription medication and he was drinking.
Yeah.
Did you get
Sounds
paid?
about right.
Hold on, did you get paid?
That's a whole nother story.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Man. Well, I'm glad you're okay because
that's a whole
we
nother.
wouldn't be
Of
here.
course, you glad, Gio.
We wouldn't be here
But
right now.
that started like back issues for me, like
Yeah.
that whole accident because it was really bad. Like if you saw the car, you would have been like, wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. I'm glad you're here. Well, guys, let me tell you my car accident. Okay. I'm gonna give you a little backstory real quick. I was 19. No. I wasn't 19. I'm sorry, people. I just turned 21.
Oh, okay.
No, just turned 21.
Okay, so you were legal. Got it.
Yeah, definitely legal. Just turned 21. Full-time college student. I worked at McDonald's part-time, and I worked for a satellite company full-time. So I was gone all the time. I leave the house. I would get up at 3 o'clock, leave the house at 6, or be at school at 6, and won't get home until like maybe 12 at night. Okay, Monday through Friday. Wednesday I had a half day, so half day there. But on Friday nights, we'll do all night bowling. All night bowling Friday night, and then I was an opener at McDonald's, and I will open up at 4:30. So if I'm doing all night bowling, I'm like, shoot, why go to sleep? You know what I'm saying? I'm only getting an hour of sleep, right?
Man.
And mind you, at that time, I was the only person, back in the day, only person got a car. So once we went bowling, I had to take everybody home. So I'll get home like at 3-ish. Had to be at work at 4:30-ish. I'm like, I'm just going to stay up.
I wish I had the energy.
Listen.
Oh, my God. I wish I had the energy of 20 again. Go ahead.
I know, right? So that's the backstory so you understand, okay? Mm-hmm. So now that same week, same routine I was doing, but that same week, I was finally moving into my own bachelor pad. Yay! Okay, I'm sorry. I was excited. I went to my own crib. My first crib, by myself, all that.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I got in a car accident the day of move-in day. Okay? So, let me tell you what happened. So, we had all night bowling. Mm-hmm. And this night, I think I did try to go to sleep for like an hour. Now, I don't know if you've been up all day, people, and get up 1 hour later. It's the worst feeling in the world, right? So, here's what happened. So, and now, here's the funny part. Well, it's not funny, but it's crazy. I drove past my job. So, if I went to my job, I'd be okay. But I drove past my job because I was picking a friend up for work. Mm-hmm. Okay? Right on Frankstown Road. So, all my Pittsburgh, PA people, you know where that's at. Ran on Frankstown Road, near BP, going down the hill, right? So, long story short, I'm driving down the road. I got to 2 lights. First light, I fell asleep. I thought, oh, shit, okay, all right, let me sit up. I put the windows down, turned the music up, got to another light. All right, I was cool. I was up. And I drove through the second light. Now, before I woke up, I fell asleep.
Wait.
This dude, he closed his eyes.
What the hell, dude?
Hold on. Before I woke up, because I do remember what happened, but I was
sleep.
I fell asleep.
Closed.
So the light turned green, and I drove through it, and then my body said, "Nah, bro, night," and my body just fell asleep. Now, I still knew what was going on around me because I heard the car accelerating. I heard the car going.
You think you were dreaming?
No.
Oh my God.
The car accelerated, and I hit a tree, and it's a big tree there too. And I hit the tree, and I don't know if y'all saw these movies where the car flip upside down, and everything gets quiet, and all that. That happened. So I hit the tree, boom. Now I'm still asleep, but I know what's going on. So I hit the car, goes, hit the tree, boom. The car flips. It's quiet for like.
Okay, you were snoring. You still asleep at this point?
I was asleep. The car flipped in the air, and it seemed like forever, but it was like 20 seconds maybe or so. I don't know. The car flipped over, then boom, I was upside down. Now, they had to pull me out through the back window. Now, my tooth still chipped now. I sprained my wrist, and then I woke up in the emergency room because they took me to the emergency in the ambulance and everything, and man, I had this favorite bright red FUBU jacket, and the jacket was already open, but the hospital cut it open. I was so mad. Like, you could just take it off me, but I guess you can't move my body. Make sure I'm okay.
Man, listen.
But this is my favorite jacket, so I'm a little upset about that. But the ambulance people, whatever, the medical people in the hospital, they cut it open. They get to you, check was okay. I was fairly okay until they put me in the CAT scan. Because apparently when I chipped my tooth, I must have cut myself in the mouth and I drank a lot of blood. Now, I didn't drink it by choice, but it happened. So I had a lot of blood in my...
I didn't drink it, but you had a vampire moment. You was just going to go with that, huh?
This tastes kind of good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might need to increase my iron intake.
So long story short, I got a lot of blood in my system. Now, I didn't know until they put you in a CAT scan. So people, if you...
It keeps sounding like the casket.
I know. I didn't want to say that, but it was freaking me out for a moment.
So when they went to the machine, didn't check
No, say the casket. It just sounded like you were about to say casket.
Oh. Then I woke up.
Wait,
I was like, I didn't want to say that, but I'm like,
No.
this dude keeps saying casket.
No.
He died. God.
Listen, they put me in the CAT scan machine. And as they put me in the machine, the radiation, I don't know what it was. So they say, okay, I'm going to put this little red dot on you, and you're going to feel a warmness through your whole body. I don't know what it was, but she hit my toe, and I feel the warmness come all my body. It felt really warm.
You peed on yourself, then?
No, I didn't.
It's a dye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've had that before,
to put it down on me, start my feet, went all the way up, and got to my stomach. And I was like, I can't breathe. And you pulled me out. And by the time you pulled me out, I threw up a bunch of blood because I guess I drank a lot of blood.
You probably had some internal bleeding.
Yeah, dude, that sounds horrible.
No.
I think that's just blood you drank from your mouth.
Well, I cut myself. I had a deep cut in my mouth. I didn't get stitches, but I had a cut in my mouth, and I was drinking blood when I was upside down. I mean, I did wear a seatbelt,
This less funny than it started.
No, but once again, I should be dead. That's what.
This morbid as hell.
I know, right? With his casket.
I know. I'm feeling uncomfortable laughing at you now.
Hey, I'm here. I'm 21 years old. I'm 38 now, so thank you. But listen, so yes, they put me on the CAT scan, and then I threw up all the blood. But and then, once I woke up, everything was cool. They let me leave.
Okay.
I got a bill for like $13,000.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, really? For like
Sounds
1 hour?
about right. Yeah.
American medical system.
Yeah. But anyway, so with that being said, I left with a chipped tooth. I still have it. I could have got fixed, but I want to be a memory that while I'm sleepy, I'm going to pull over, sleep in the car.
Just feel his tooth.
Like, yeah, right here. Right here, boy. Because I think the reason why I survived because my body was so lax. That's how these drunk drivers be living these car accidents. Because they so drunk and they so relaxed. When the car gets all mangled up, they're fine. They can walk away because their body is limp. See, when people are conscious when they get in car accidents, they get hurt because they stiffen up. And then, and then they break. Once you hit something hard, that's what happens. So I was so lax. I guess my mouth hit the steering wheel and my wrist twist. So that's what happened. But the good news is that I still moved to my apartment. One arm and all. Like this.
Yay! Perseverance.
Yeah.
Y'all, wow.
But yeah, that's what happened, and I survived. So I should be dead.
Yeah. You might not have made that one home.
Yeah. Oh, and then when I went to the not graveyard, but went to the
What the heck?
when I went to the
I think he did die.
I
think he did. He died.
There's a lot of details missing in
Hold
the
up.
story.
Listen, when I went
casket, grave,
no,
freaking blood in your.
I'm alive. I'm not a vampire.
I'm gonna need a cross or something up in there.
This only cross I need right here is the Ankh. But anyway, people. So once I went to not the car dealership, but the junkyard. There we go. Junkyard. Not graveyard, but junkyard.
Okay.
When I went to the junkyard and saw the car had blood everywhere. Like it was like a gruesome scene. It was that bad.
It's like a crime scene.
Yeah, it was a crime scene. I wish I had pictures to show up, but it was bad. But I survived, and I'm here.
You need this dude. He need a 40 of holy water tonight. Tonight.
But that's my last story I have. What about you, Seth the Dark Child?
Hey man, I don't. Once again,
No more fires.
nah. I mean,
And number P.
I'm gonna give no. I'm gonna give you a nice one. It's a car accident too, but it's nicer than yours almost. I think because I almost walked away from it, but I did close my eyes.
I did close mine, but it was not by choice. It was like,
So, well, okay. Once again, I got two choices. You want the other fireworks store or the car accident?
give me the one that you said you almost could have walked away from it. I want to hear how you almost.
Okay. So, right after my first son was born, right? It was literally the first day back to work after he was born.
Okay.
So, either way. Okay. So I'm driving home, coming down 400 in Alpharetta, right?
Okay.
And I was working third shift, so I got off at 6 a.m. So it's early, and it was nothing about me. I was driving a little Miata, decided it could beat an 18-wheeler, right? So
Wow.
it dips over in front of the big truck. The big truck clips the bumper, and it spins the Miata into my car. So when I look over my my right shoulder,
Yeah.
I see headlights coming directly at my car.
Oh wow.
So that I'm like, shit, so I grab it and it hits me and it spins me around. Now I swear to God, my car did a full 180 on the interstate. Now at this point, I'm still hitting the accelerator, right? The 18-wheeler that hit the Miata is still coming toward. So at this point, I'm accelerating toward an 18-wheeler.
Wow. Hit on
For
collision.
that one, no, it didn't. For that one instant, because the car was still in a spin, but when I looked, all I could see was an 18-wheeler coming straight at me. I closed my eyes. I kissed my ass goodbye.
Understandable.
I didn't know I was dead. I mean, it was like, and I closed my eyes, and I don't know what happened for about like the next couple seconds, and then I felt I won't say a boom, but it was almost gentle, like boom. I thought I was dead. I'm like, I guess when you die, it is easy,
Oh Lord. Someone that dies easy.
Dude, from what I thought was about to happen, all I felt was a boom. I opened my eyes, and I'm up against the median wall. The police report said I did like 4 donuts on the interstate, up all the way from like the second lane to the fourth lane up against the wall. So all this, when I closed my eyes, I was almost dead. I said, it's been a good ride, and bye. And once I did this, all I felt was boom, boom. I got out the car and I literally got, yeah, and then my neck hurt and I crumpled to the ground.
That adrenaline kicked in for a second. They're like, nope, sit your butt down.
Yeah, but for that one moment when I was spinning, I was like, I guess I won't get to see my son alive. And
wow,
Lord, it's been a boom. The hell? I got out. I'm alive.
Oh Lord.
So but it was all good. And once I got to the house, I had whiplash, but the doctor was like, at that point I was working out heavily. At the point, the doctor was like, if you had any less muscle on your neck and shoulders, this would have been worse.
Oh wow.
But you just got a bad neck sprain. You'll be all right.
Wow.
And that was it.
You wear a brace?
No, I ain't even wear a brace.
Okay.
So, I just stayed home for a couple of days and it felt like hell. And then back to normal. But my wife was like, oh my God, you had me so scared. Be like, babe, you shouldn't have been scared. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me.
You gonna be tough now. At the moment, like, Lord, it's been a good ride.
But I will say, I wish they had the traffic cams Because
Oh yeah, back then.
to
Yeah.
see me crumple after I jumped up for joy, I bet you the person who hit me was like, "He faking. He's fake. There's nothing wrong. You should have seen how he looked when he got out the car." But I did. I got out the car like,
So what happened to the other cars that were in the accident?
well, the Miata was totaled. The 18-wheeler, nothing.
Right.
And the one of the people in the Miata ended up in the hospital, but they blamed it on the trucking company. So I sued the trucking company. But it was, in my mind,
It was their fault.
it was the Miata's fault. But the police said it was the trucker because he hadn't been. He was driving. He should have been asleep, or he had been over 18 hours.
Yep.
12 hours or something.
It's easier to sue them, especially if they can find something. So they check them for probably drugs, alcohol, and lack of sleep. And if he failed those three things, it's their fault.
It's their fault.
Regardless if somebody pull in front of them.
But I had kind of sort of seen the Miata because I was dipping too. So I knew what was going on. It's like I saw the Miata change lanes because I saw the tail lights. And next thing you know, it spun. I don't know how. If you'd have saw the police report, it didn't make any sense. He clipped the back of the Miata. The Miata spun like this and hit me. It was like, what? And when it spun and hit me, his headlights hit me head first in the side, which spun me. If you saw the police report, you'd be like, this don't make no sense. No, it was October.
I'm saying
early in October.
Because I'm saying all that spinning is going on.
Look,
Is it raining?
Nope, this was a nice day. Once again, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Let's go back to my previous statement. You don't drivers can't drive.
Wait. I take personal offense at that.
Not at all.
80% of the people who live in Atlanta are transplants from other places. I'm not gonna say who. I'm just gonna.
Well,
Y'all still can't drive.
We can drive.
No.
I've never had an accident that was my fault.
Horrible.
Ever.
Well, I'm glad you survived that. But when you say you got the car, I was like, wow. Because I thought about a lady, I want to say last year or the year before, she got in a car accident, and I guess she hit her head, whatever. But for some reason, she got the car, and when she got the car, she got hit by an 18-wheeler. So when I said, when you got the car, I was like, no.
Dude, all I know is when I die, I expect a bump. That's it. I thought, dude, if you saw it, but I must have been still spinning, and he missed me. But my eyes were closed just like yours, bruh. I was like, boom.
Yeah. I know all three stories, my eyes were closed, but the one I'm driving, my body was shut down. Your body does shut down. You think you can go 24 hours, whatever, no sleep. And mind you, some people do, but
Dude.
My 24 hours was doing actual work. You know what I'm saying? I was doing bowling. It's fun, but you still throwing an 8-pounder ball down the aisle like this.
That's not work.
Dude,
Plus,
that's
fun.
That's lounge.
I mean, it's leisure, but I'm saying you still physically doing it. I still work. I still drove across town. But anyway, I'm here now. I made it. And y'all have any of the stories before we close out?
Yeah, because I got a story like that, but it was all fun. I'll say that for another one.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll say that one.
All right, people. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, comment. Let us hear your story. Post in the comment. We out.
Peace.